What is going on with this season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4, Episode 5? Alright. Now, there's been a lot of crazy things that's happened in Star Trek. Picard becoming a Borg, Cisco basically being a prophet, Janeway turning into a salamander for the Warp 10 stuff, and now we have a whole crew turning into puppets. Now, this is a very interesting thing. It seems like this season is kind of going in different direction that a lot of people are used to when watching Star Trek in general. It seems like they prefer a different type of style. This one that we're getting is just a little bit off, but granted, it's still a really great series. Star Trek Strange New Worlds started off really strong. Now we're getting to season 4 and it's starting to become a little bit different than what we're actually used to. Now, for instance, for this episode, this is actually pretty interesting. It's them turning into puppets. You don't really see this in Star Trek at all. This kind of level of, what did T'Pring said? Hijinks, I guess you could say. So let's go on with the first part of the episode. Spock and Lon are no longer together, which is something that we all expected was going to happen. Then we find out that Scotty and Spock are working together so that Scotty can beat his old classmate's longest transport. I forgot how long, something 30,000 kilometers, light years. Light years seems like a very long distance. Very long. But they're working together to try to do this. Spock goes into the shuttlecraft and sets up buoys. Scotty tries transporting his puppet over to his nemesis, and the whole ship gets transported and everyone inside. When Spock goes back inside, he finds everyone that has been turned into puppets. I don't know how you guys feel about that. It's a great episode, stand alone only, but this is just feels like a filler. It doesn't feel like it's actually moving the storyline further than what we're going. We started off with the crew going 65 million years back into the past, finding out Martians were around. Then we go into the ghost ship, then a hangover episode, then a noir episode, and now a puppet episode. But here's the thing. The first 3 episodes were very La'an specific. Kind of. Just here with me. First, we have the first episode with La'an finding out her genes were activated in some way. Now she has more strength than before. Then in the ghost ship, we find out that she starts to embrace her lineage as a Khan and accidentally, let's just say, stabs Kirk in the stomach. Then we have the noir episode where in a small section kind of pulls it forward a little bit more, where she's becoming more suspicious, more irrational with her thoughts, thinking that everybody was after her or something to that matter. It's something that still lingered from her time as a Romulan. Now on this episode, we find out that she still kind of feels that way, but in reality, not really, because the fact that all of this was in, spoiler alert, a dream from Spock. He was unconscious the whole time. Something happened to the shuttlecraft and something happened. We don't know what. Yeah. But that's what happened. None of that actually happened. This was all a dream that Spock cooked up so that he can recenter himself. What did this episode really tell us? That Spock is still dealing with his human and Vulcan side. That's it. Did the story actually pull us forward to the next set of episodes? Because we're already halfway through the season. There's only 10 episodes for this season before we get into season 5. I am not gonna say I hate this episode or discourage anyone from watching it. I still liked it, even though it didn't really pull the story forward. But I still like the episode. It's one of those episodes that you just like to watch and have a good laugh or relax. Not something that is too serious. You know, everybody has their favorite episodes from TOS all the way up to now. There is a lot of things that happen in this episode, and really, I feel like you guys should still watch it just because it's still pretty funny seeing the crew as a puppet. As we continue on with this season, we're still wondering what's going to happen to the rest of the crew. We still have another season because, as Paramount says, this is a 5-year mission, which means 5 seasons. So we still have another season before we actually get to TOS, those old scientists out there. So tell me down in the comments down below, what did you guys think about this episode? Because it was humorous. Did it actually feel like it went through with the season it's progressing on? Or was this just more of a fluff episode? Pun intended, I guess you could say. Until then, see you guys in the next Stardate.